how tightly our hormones, either especially hormones, the sex hormones, progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, everything that's going on in our belly, in our with our female organs, and also, of course, the thyroid hormone, they're tightly connected to what's going on with liver. And I've been doing so much education, research, and the channeling about the liver health and what's going on. And it's a lot of problems start with liver right from the start. And the chemicals, the bacteria like strep, big one that makes, I talked about it in other video, our estrogen very toxic estrogen that goes the wrong pathways at 16 and 4-hydroxy pathways. And make it simple to understand, it taking wrong pathways and becoming very naughty in the body. And instead of doing the good stuff as a preparing nest for the future child, like the fertility, the making our estrogen give us everything that it's supposed to, it's becoming very naughty and start destroying our own DNA, start being one of the reasons why we're growing cysts, polyps, endometrium in the wrong places, why fibroids, everything that doesn't belong in our body, including the cancer. And this is one of the reasons in liver becoming abused, assaulted from a very early age, when our mama tell us, well, eat some more, and we don't stop when we feel full. It's one of the reasons. When we start losing our own identity of what to do with our own body, when we start understanding that we're not bosses of our own body, and basically when liver is can't process at one time, it's too much, our stomach shrink, the diaphragm, everything is connected. It sits, the undigested food, when it's too much, the stomach can't digest, it sits in our small intestine and it starts to accumulate bacteria. Unfortunately, the SIBO that is everybody's talking about, the bloating, the bacteria, it's present in the little kids. That's why kids have like these over the big bellies. Women have big bellies, nobody can process food anymore. And it accumulates the bacteria, it accumulates parasites. The strep bacteria, one of the worst bacteria for female and male body. The staph bacteria, there, Akkermansia, if it's overgrown, even our friends, the good bacteria, they basically kidnap our brain, our organs, and our mind. If it's too much, they travel up and down, and you see how our brain, through the nasal cavity, through mouth, connected to our stomach, small intestine, basically we're one big large tube. Everything is connected. Then when bacteria makes the little holes, the bacteria makes liposaccharides, the toxins, they get spilled over, and I talk about this so much, into our lymph, bloodstream, and here you go, it starts from the lymph, it gets into the organs. Some of the parasites act, some of the parasites, they create biofilm. On some of the cleanses I have here with you, in a month one, I think there is a Stena cleanse. That one is really good in eliminating like chunks and chunks of bacteria and biofilm from small intestine and liver. And liver has many chambers. And while, if we go back to when mom spoon feed you and you're like, I can't eat anymore, she's like, no, you have to be strong, you need to eat somewhere. When all of these start from a childhood, then we eat crap in college, then we eat whatever because we feel bad. And all of these bacteria, it's basically literally kidnapping our body. There are many chambers in liver. There is bile that need to be formed that is not flowing anymore. There is like liver flux, there is giardia, there are parasites that accumulate in the liver. And basically our liver is working probably 30% of what they're supposed to do. And that's even more things accumulating in the small intestine. Sitting there rotten, sitting there not absorbed. We literally need a lot less food that we are consuming to feel good. A lot less food, a lot less fiber than people telling you, a lot less a lot less variety. The main thing that they don't tell you in all of this is less bacteria, less parasites. All of the bacteria, even good bacteria, they have biofield. They are entities, they are consciousness, they have their own consciousness. That's when we say people have character. These bacteria, these entities that we agree on upon coming to this earth. I always talk to you about the fourth dimension, third dimension. We're waking up right now. We're understanding. Well, I screamed at my children, and I know I don't need to scream at my children or my husband, but I still do it because it's my character, because I feel miserable, because I have fears. Well, this is entities, this is the bacteria, and you literally say, that's not me. And you regret it, and you feel guilt, and you feel shame after. You feel like you don't have money, you feel like you don't have relationship, you feel like everything is just like you're not happy. We're literally living asleep. And all of these bacteria and entities, they form us. They form our character. We don't have place in our body and in our life for our soul, for our spirit, which is clean, which is happy, which is like a kid, like a child that comes here. You are the God. Imagine the God in a different levels, put a helmet on and said, well, let's start this video game. It's fun. And they ask like, well, how do you find out? How do you get rid of all of this? You literally need one thing. Realize that all of this is a game. All of this you created. You created the bacteria, you created the agreement that you're going to give up your power, that you will form this character, that you will put the planet on, that create the formula of your soul, and all of these people's going to tell you, well, you know, the Venus in your in your soul chart is influencing you. All of this, it's a one big game. It's like whatever level you want to play, you created it. From the bacteria, from the parasites, to the planets, to horoscopes, to entities, to the civilizations that everybody channeling right now. They're all your programming. And how do you know that? And you can't change this game being one of the players. The only way you can change this game is saying, well, I realize that I am the spirit. I am not even soul, because soul is another programming of these planets, of these bacteria. Like soul is one of the programs basically of this game. When you realize, well, I am the God, I created all of this, and I'm waking up right now. And the process of awakening, we're going to get to this a little bit later. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful when you start noticing how much bullshit the entities, bacteria, parasites, whatever is around you is creating. It's literally not you, and you're like, whoa, I can actually enjoy life. I can get pregnant. I can have a beautiful soulmate that is not, crazy. Like the player, your husband, your hubby, or if you don't have one yet, you're thinking about him. This is your player. There is only one player in this game, and you're observer. We'll talk about this a little bit later too. So get back to the liver. I spent 10 years fighting and playing this game. And I had ups and downs until the moment when I realized, well, you can't just win them doing what we're doing. The more you fight the bacteria, the more you're going to get it. It's going to be better days and worse days. The more you fight the parasite, it's going to be ups and downs. Because the whole system designed to tell you, you need all of these. All of these supplements, all of these foods, all of these varieties, all of these fiber. Your body doesn't need none of these. And less of crazy mood swings, the less you're going to give up the power to the entities and stuff like this, the more your body is just having a space for you, not for the bacteria, parasites, and all of that stuff. So what I was just trying to talk about here, you can't just fight and do the cleanses, and I always talk about this and think like, well, this is how I win. but you can't only just sit in here and just wait for, for everything coming to place. So what do? We do it from two directions. One is your body, and it doesn't need much, I promise. Removing the bacteria, and it's the more you do this, it's gonna be also ups and downs, but the more your taste bud changes, the more you understand that you don't need that much food, the more you understand how your real body works, I promise you. And how it was with my body, my whole body was infiltrated with bacteria. And I know what I'm talking about because some people would look at me and say, well, she looks normal. My liver doesn't work at all. If you look at my estrogen, at my hormones, it was great. Like everything was toxic. All of my estrogen was going to 16-phosphorylase pathway, damaging DNA. It's a cancerous pathway. So if you look at my hormones, I was literally dying, walking around dying. That's how my period was. My period would start right in the middle of my cycle with spotting and pain and bloating and PMS, and I couldn't get pregnant. And you know my whole story. That was a mess. And the bacteria was really, really deep in my brain. I couldn't remember things. I couldn't have enough sleep since I was like a teenager. Never enough. 12 hours is not enough. 13. And I was thinking this is normal. This is how a lot of people live. And, a low progesterone, estrogen dominance, the toxic, I was like very miserable. I couldn't enjoy anything. And of course, you have a lot of my cleanses. Going through them, doing them, going back and forth with them, with my support, is essential. You will see, especially when you do my liver cleanses, you will see what comes up. And some of you are more sensitive and you have to start slower. Some can like literally go full force. And the more you do it, the more you achieve. One of the things I wanted to share for your liver right now is, remember, our liver does need proteins to cleanse itself also. But the problem with the proteins, especially with animal proteins, a lot of us can't digest them. We just cannot. Our stomach cannot, because a lot of times we have very low stomach acid, stressful life. All of us, we do have this. All of us have low stomach acid. All of us have H. pylori, little bug that lowers stomach acid even more, lower. And even if they tell you you don't, you do, because a lot of the tests out there, they're making a mistake, and then we do different tests and we'll find it. So if you feel like you bloated, can't digest, first thing is your stomach acid. The second thing is the bile. That's where you don't digest fats. And if you don't have healthy bile flow, you forget about healthy hormones, because and you forget about cells that can detox properly and they can't accept hormones properly, because our cells and our bile are made from the same fatty acids. Okay, what can be very helpful in everybody is super talkative in like MTHFR world, and in the world of, they talk about your hormones and detoxing and your genome and genetic testing. They talk about phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylalanine. So the fatty acid that help you to form this very good fluid cell, so it could detox. And all of your organs also depend on how well your cell can detox. Otherwise, the cell can't work and the organ become inactive. Literally, the organ doesn't work. Thyroid, your pancreas, your liver, your ovaries. If the cells are full of garbage and defective, this is how things grow. This is how they can function, including the brain. And one of the best things I found, and it is a lot cheaper than phosphatidylserine and choline supplements, is the lecithin. And you can actually buy a bag of it, right? It's called sunflower lecithin. There is also soy lecithin. A lot of people are scared of soy. I'm not. I love soy. It has to be good, organic, unprocessed, like not the trash soy that they make cheap powders from, but a good fermented soy, good quality soy can be really beneficial, very beneficial for estrogen problems, especially with women like I was. I had little estrogen, lots of, oh gosh, my son just lately, he cannot stay away just for like 10 minutes. He can't let me do anything. Can you hear him? Screaming. Oh my goodness, I don't know how that happens. It's like literally, I was with him all morning. So, what was I talking about? So, yes, the good quality soy. So I always had a little of estrogen, not enough estrogen. That was horrible, but it was all toxic. So if you look at my hormones, I had all of the problems of like estrogen deficiency even when in my like good years, and I didn't realize that they would take my test, and a lot of times they tell me, well, your estrogen is normal, but that was recycling estrogen, that was dirty estrogen, and I always had a little of a good healthy estrogen, and it was horrible. And soy could help me a lot. So good quality soy lecithin, it is cheaper than sunflower lecithin, but you can find that sunflower soy lecithin, and I added that what forming our bile, and that's what forming our cells. And the lecithin is like emulsifier. They actually add it to the, when they baking and food, they add it as emulsifier. So what it does, it helps you to create that bile that flows, that bile that coming out of the gallbladder finally. And of course, remember, we need 3 conditions for the good bile, for the liver start detoxing. 4. Just, you can even write it out. Number 1, we need a blood flow to your liver. This is the must. Lymph and blood. And you do it while we are where we are at this particular moment with the not very productive livers. You can create miracles, absolutely miracles, with actually your 2 hands and going in there and pushing and working every morning, pushing under your right rib forwards your belly button. Come here, babe. Come here. Come here. And up. And you massage. Come here. You massage. Моя дочка. Всего лесу. Ой, всего лесу. Всего лесу. Что такое-то у нас lately? What's happening? Let's play. Okay, I talk, you play. Okay? I don't know what's going on. So, here you go, fish. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. Who is upset? Who is upset? Oh, shit. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Look, we're not crying anymore. Say hi to everybody. My mom, actually left my mom use the, the zzz machine on him. I never seen him with the hair like this. What is this? Like the machine, I forgot. But yeah, he looks so cute right now. Clippers. Yeah. So, he's okay. So, what was I talking about? Oh, the one is literally, mechanically, with your hands, ladies. Sometimes you can take the ball, literally, like I use my kid's ball, lay down on it, and just, kind of like switch around. You can use tennis ball. You can use remote control. You can use your phone, whatever. You can use your hands. You can lay down. You can sit down. 2 or 3 times, work on that area. Work on your intestines. Where it's painful, stop on it. Press and wait until it doesn't hurt no more. This way we create blood flow. Blood flow going in there, flowing, washes away the parasites, the egg, the all of the yucky stuff. Then second one, using anything bitter. We have pretty harsh, hardcore cleanses like senna and all of this stuff. You have these materials. Time to time, spring right now is the best time to do the liver cleanses, like hands down, amazing time. This is when they come out really good, especially if you use full moon. You notice how they come out a lot faster too. They activate in full moon somehow, dark energies. But and actually, they're hungry. The bacteria is hungry. That's why we're always hungry. And the way to give them what they need is a lot of love. The more love, like this is your body. You created them, okay? And now you hate them because they destroy your life. Well, we need to give them lots of love and tell them, well, you served for me. I created you. You have the biofield. You kidnapped my body, but I woke up in this dimension now. We will talk about the dimension a lot more. I woke up. It's my turn. I know the rules of the game. I was asleep, but now it's my body, my fucking rules. You either work for me or you be out of my body, my rules, my reality. And whatever you do from this, like literally talk to your body. We go to the bathroom, we use the phone. We eat our food, we use the phone. We like brushing our hair, we reading or listening to something. Spend some time with your body. So another thing is pressing. Second one, bitters. When I don't do the cleanses, I still use something bitter. And this is like a little bit of wormwood and other herbs. You can take my Russian cleansing herbs, like combine 2 or 3. All of them are safe and good. Add a little bit of wormwood, make it just a little tiny bitter, and take a couple sips before your food. Okay? Any of these herbs that I use sometimes, like you have the list, right? Take 2 or 3 of them, they're safe. Add a little bit of wormwood. Bitter taste is the key. Liver loves and opens up when it has bitter taste. Massage and bitter taste. Then third one is this lecithin, sunflower soil lecithin. It helps to create the bio. Yes, babe. Can you draw something here for me? Давай, нарисуй чего-нибудь сюда. А я пока поговорю, ладно? Давай, нарисуй. So, yes, lecithin. Lecithin is out at all. Emulsifier, what can we do? Let me do a little research what exactly we can use instead of lecithin, and I'll send it in the group. Okay. Why can't you get it in there? They don't like lecithin? Oh, okay. The bad soy. Okay. All right, let me find out what we can use. I see, babe. And for the meantime, while we're doing this, limit the animal protein. Use very good, if you do protein, I'm gonna send you some of the ideas. Also, what I find works amazing and our body actually doesn't need that much protein. When we don't eat that much protein, and we combine whatever our cleanses and food with days when we do dry fasting, what our body, hold on, babe, hold on. What our body does, here you go. Look what I have here for you. What our body does, it uses old cells. We have body full of protein that used up already. 6 cells, the cells that don't work anymore. And when we do, just what I find amazing is just 1 day of dry fast a week. You can start with a half day until 12. Don't drink, don't eat when you wake up, and see how you feel. But after 36 hours, after 24, between 24 and 36, so it's basically 1 night, 1 day. 1 night, everybody fasts, right? Then 1 day and then 1 night. This is what our autophagy process going on. This is your body eats all of the old protein cells, polyps, all of the growth and fibroids, all of that stuff that doesn't belong in your body anymore. In your brain, in your ovaries, in your pancreas, in your liver, everything getting cleaned up. And while we're working all of this, if we give our body very absorbable, digestible protein, that what body does with the animal protein, with any type of protein, it taking it apart to amino acids. And then from those amino acids, it building what it needs in your body. So I find doing amazing things is, essential amino acids they use in the pre-workout drinks. There is bulk supplement. I have to use my own hand. Bulk supplement one. This very inexpensive. And I added to almost like through the day. Just a little, half of a teaspoon, don't spoil the taste. Too much smoothies, to my drinks, and I use a lot of it. And then, amazing miracle supplement, it's creatine. Creatine, it's also the amino acid that is very absorbable. I think 4 teaspoons a day would be good through the day. And that way you give your body material to work with that is can be easily absorbed. And whatever, that I had the days when I live just on powders and I feel amazing. The thing is, our body is transitioning. We're going to use centrosomes instead of mitochondria soon. So our body naturally getting rid of parasites, bacteria, and stuff for us. All we need to do is give them lots of love and support the exit. Literally, the Schumann resonance increasing, our bodies are changing, transitioning. It needs less fiber. It needs less feeding bacteria. All of that tell you less sexual variety. The people, there are amazing things happen to my body when I excluded all of this variety. And you have to do it gradually, of course. But the more your body can absorb, the less you're feeding bacteria, the more you poop and the less you absorb. So basically, let's stop feeding bacteria. There is no good bacteria. They're all parasites and they're all good. They serve for something in our body. Our body is a door for the God, for the eye of God who witnessing us, who living in there, right? You are the one for the 12th dimension. You came down and you're like, okay, let's play this game. You're sitting there observing. And you had the contract with all of these entities, bacteria, this kingdom, it sounds a little bit like magic language, but whatever. This kingdom of this plain earth, you had an agreements with them. Use my body. The character of this persona we created, Alisa, like Olga, Michelle, Liliana, it's not us, it's these entities. It's these bacteria that affect our hormones, neurotransmitters, our ability to enjoy this life, to live in this moment here and now, because only thing that exists is today. And if you make one decision that you making from the real spirit, from your spirit, that switches you between timelines. You can literally jump timelines in one day. All of your abundance, health, everything created here with your choice. But to be that spirit, you need to tell the bacteria, it's time to exit. It's time. I'm not that character anymore. It served me for a while, but it's time to wrap it up. Because where you came from, the 12th plane, whatever dimension, you created this game. So there are no more enemies. There are no more dark forces. Nobody wants to abuse you, kidnap you, like do your life miserable. You created your, like I always say, whatever, lose their husband, lose their kids, annoying kids, and whatever it is. We create them. And then what they need, why they're so hungry, they need your love, they need your understanding. They are your creations. You just created them. So we don't fight anything anymore. We don't fight. We stop fighting. When we fight, we're like my son. He's still fighting because he came on this earth and like, whoa, a lot of things happening. Let me fight everything because I'm a boy and I need to be fighting here. Seems like I have to fight the dog, have to fight my sister, my parents for attention, like a lot of fighting going on. We, especially as women, we stop fighting. So we don't fight our bacteria. We help our body to wake up. That's all we do. And when we stop, like, let's give our bacteria, which is basically our character, we don't blame ourselves. We don't feel ashamed for what kind of husbands, kids, and houses we created. We start accepting everything, and we'll learn more about this soon. Acceptance is the key. Saying, should. There's like some crazy kid's husband in the house I don't like. Interesting. How I create more. It all starts with the different persona, with the different character. And when you start going to like fifth, ninth dimension, like your soul, you as a body, not just your physical body, you as a spirit, you start lifting up. It's like building with the elevator and you start going to a different story. You understand, for example, when you becoming ninth story, you realize your power and you elevate yourself. A lot of the bacteria and parasites and things that you had agreement with on the third plane, they don't bother you no more. But the viruses, bacteria, parasites, they're very smart, and they're actually very loving. You created the contracts with them. You said, okay, teach me the lessons, create this persona, create this illusion, create this fight for me. And your only thing that you need in this game to win is to wake up and don't play these games anymore. So I tell you, help your body, use the things that I shared with you, give it something to absorb. Your body has to start absorbing amino acids, fatty acids. This is the fatty acids, amino acids. You know, I love using green powders. If it's not powders, like blend, do something right now that is very easy for your body to digest. Don't do harsh salads that are hard to digest. If you want to make yourself a smoothie, put some avocado, some greens. You have the recipes from me. You have like the whole, if you start going through the videos, if you start doing the things, I promise you'll see amazing results. Some do slower. The process is a lot slower for some people because some souls are hardcore and they chose very hard way. Like some of my clients had 100 times better results than me through my journey. Because the things, and you couldn't tell it from just looking at me, but my body was messed up. And but you can't just thinking that you have to cleanse the body and it's fighting again. At the same time, you have to realize that your reality is created today. And whatever you don't like, start noticing what you don't like today in your life. Can you still hear me? And start putting them, like create these little pieces of paper, carry them everywhere with you, and start putting them, like something I don't like. For example, I don't know, when I scream at my children, screaming at children and put it away. Then put something else, whatever you don't like, whatever you want, like lack of money. I don't know. Maybe me feeling miserable. Whatever you start writing them down. And in a week or two, just create a list of these things. Every day you're going through them. My husband trying to seduce him to go somewhere. Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. So start noticing, what do you want to leave behind? And start noticing this is not you, this is the persona. And the next time I'll see you, I tell you what to do with these little pieces of paper. Start piling them up. Everything you don't like, you see me writing them down. Everything you don't like about your life, yourself, the people around you, annoying neighbors, the your body's not working, the bacterial parts, everything that doesn't serve you anymore, start writing that down. And it has to be done in both ways. It's your mind, it's your spirit, not even the soul. It's like your spirit and your soul. Imagine the like wild horse. That's your soul. It came here to have its own like formula of your soul. There is a very popular thing when they tell you how the planets affect your character. Actually, when you wake up on a bigger dimensions, that doesn't affect you anymore. The planets don't affect you anymore. It's all earth plane. The parasites, the bacteria don't affect you as much, and you can tell one by one how they're all disappearing. But there are stops on these like levels, and before they go, they can create a lot of mess. It's fun though. It goes away in kind of like all days. So help your liver. Ladies, it's so important. When you help your liver, your small intestine, when you clear it all up, you will see how your hormones start doing what they need to do. Well, there are two theories. There are actually three, right? They want, and they I believe in a combination of them, not in just one of them. It's just people get in their research and they get so fascinated with the idea. They're like, this is my way and this is what it is. First one is the estrogen, right? This is the estrogen, that dirty estrogen that getting not getting metabolized and going to 16 hydroxy 4 hydroxy pathways. That's when cysts grow. How we do that? It's what can help. It's the broccoli sprouts, the lecithin, the liver. The liver is the one who removing dirty estrogens. Very good way you can help your liver. It's what I just described. Plus doing either broccoli sprouts or the supplement or the powders with processed broccoli, which is gosh, what's the name of it? Deem. Deem. Yes. So let me send it in the chat. Deem, if you use the very good amount of it. So it's the full pronunciation. Dean Dolmethane. My Russian brain never can never can pronounce it. It's treat hormone-related conditions, cardiac detoxification, promotes liver health. Here you go, babe, about DIM. Here's in the chat. Read through that. There are a ton of supplements. Let's find one that's in your country that can help, right? Another one, the lecithin. Another one, what we can do is another one, minerals, and also the lymph. The another theory is, one is the estrogen. Another theory is when the lymph, the parasites, the bacteria, it can be simple parasites like one cell parasites like blasto. When they through the lymph they get spilled on your thyroid, the body start growing cysts to protect yourself from these parasites. So basically what I would do is DMSO, remember, putting a little bit of potassium iodide, mixing it with DMSO and castor oil, and put it on the area of the cyst. That way it starts getting the blood flow. Remember I told you how to stop the blood on your neck, the lymph massage. So basically this is our biggest garbage can on our body of everything that's going on, the lymphatic garbage can. So massaging this area is very important. Drinking hot water, hot lemon water, hot water with what's the green, chlorophyll and lemon. Hot water, like make yourself a container, go through the day and sip it. It's gonna help your lymphatic system to detox and vibrate. Drink water and vibrate and jump and walk and like do something to like shake it, and also the massage, and also do the help the area of the cyst. And it's for everybody. It's really important for everybody to do and beneficial. And also what else you can do is, of course, continue with the cleansing the parasites. The problem with the bacteria and parasites, you cleanse it, then they hide behind biofilm, then you give it a rest, then you do another cleanse. And the way how it works, for example, in month 1, I did protocol with biocidin that really helped with biofilm. Then Senna cleanse, my Senna cleanse, very helpful with biofilm. My Russian fast is very helpful with cleaning really good your lymphatic system. But that way, when you cleanse your lymph, when you fight the bacteria that, they create the houses around your organs, that distorting that biofilm, very important. Kratom is essential when it comes to destroying the biofilms, even from your brain, from the cysts, from your organs. Kratom is amazing. Again, the herbs like senna, liquid herbs, and what else were we talking about? Yes, the cyst. Those three, and minerals. The iodine, there is book that I shared with you, Iodine Miracle, I think. I shared with you in in the chat. The author, she's talking about her protocol too, iodine protocol, and she said she had people like almost dying from like thyroid nodules and cysts and breast cancer and fibroids, and they sent her a ton of letters, she citing all of these letters of people who shrinked, removed their cysts with iodine. It's a little bit struggle. You have my iodine protocol. Sometimes you have to experiment with how much of iodine. Cofactors are important. Always potassium, always magnesium, always things that helpful. Hey, now they can see you. But iodine, she like literally, I was fascinated to read this book, how many people, and she also citing very important iodine, important, very kind of like famous American iodine researchers and doctors that spend their life researching iodine and how it's not developed and researched enough in regular, like official medical offices and clinics, and where they teach our doctors that they had to actually use the data from their patients to create their protocols. Because they, yes, I don't know how iodine was removed from our radar of miracle substances that creating health, because it was widely used 50, 60, 70 years ago in doctors' offices. But yes, people see amazing results with chronic cysts and problems with their ovaries, thyroid, brain, and of course, energy is there. You will see that iodine is pretty miracle mineral for energy. Also, for any woman who wants to create miracle prodigy baby, because they say IQ of the babies of women who used iodine before pregnancy and during the pregnancy is amazing. And also it helped a lot of women to get pregnant, and of course rejuvenate their ovaries. It's really amazing before menopause, for pregnancy, after pregnancy, with thyroid problems, with estrogen problems. It's literally miracle supplement. I would say potassium, magnesium, iodine, and of course there's HTMA, the mineral test we're doing. Chromium can be essential for you to stop the stupid cravings we all have, just cinnamon, ceylon cinnamon I use everywhere. Then dealing with your bacteria, then use chromium, molybdenum, sometimes vanadium. This actually you can research a supplement and find that use chromium, and they actually have the combination of the right minerals. I'll send you one in our chat that I really love for people who have these cravings, this unstable blood sugar, that helps to regulate. And of course, when less food, while you're healing, less food, and I shared with you my drinks that I drink, where I combine, and I'll share again, where I combine the soy lecithin, where I combine coconut powder, kratom, green tea, ginkgo biloba, bacopa, amazing for shrinking those cysts and moving the blood in your brain in this area. Ginkgo biloba is biloba or biloba, whatever, however, how you pronounce it. It's amazing for the blood flow. So this, the blood becoming liquidy, the liquids should move in our body. The problem starts when we don't move bile, when we don't move blood, when we don't move, it's becoming sticky, trashy. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. We're using a lot of food that we can't digest. We're feeding bacteria, parasites, and all of these debris, toxins, all of these undigested food poisoning our body. Yeah, Philippines, iodine salt used to push this good. Yes. And can you believe it? For me to see the difference in how I feel and start sweating, start removing really stored heavy metal. I needed 200 milligrams of iodine. And OMG, I'm still alive after taking 200 milligrams of iodine a day. Tell it to someone, yeah, they would faint. And this is when I'm like, shoot, I found my miracle cure. See how we don't need to be scared. We're not gonna die from just making one little mistake with the supplement. We're literally not. Nothing is that scary. For some people, remember, like in my iodine protocol, I think I have the Borgs, literally regular Borgs. When you make one, like, I'm not gonna tell you right now. I don't want to go jump in there. There is like you make the solution, and Borgs, it was the one miracle thing that helped people to get their testosterone back, their libido, like or after menopause when women completely use their, we're going, babe. Okay. Completely use their, that's what you want. Completely use their libido over time. And if I didn't do none of this, he wouldn't exist. You wouldn't even exist if I didn't do it for them. This is how you started. Oh, this is. Oh, okay. Well, okay, fine. If not you, I wouldn't have her. Fine. We're cool then. I wouldn't have Lillian. Fine. So yeah, okay, we're gonna be done for today, I guess. So upgraded formulas, no, you can share with us in the group upgraded formulas. Let's look at them. Yeah, specific iodine supplement. I like Iodoral because it's easy, one tablet, but I like combining it with regular Lugol iodine. It's in my month 3 iodine protocol. You'll find everything there. Okay, and I'll let you go for today since we are got wildly interrupted. And I'll see you. I'll see you. And I love you all a lot. Say bye-bye. Can we say bye-bye at least, please? And I'll see you all next Friday. And in the chat, I'm gonna share with you some of the things. Literally, do the use your amino acids. Yeah, building blocks. Our cell, liver need to detox using protein, but not the protein you can digest. Okay, love you all. That's it for today. And okay, you have a lot of info, and you have the videos. Please go through them. Please remember how we eat also, very important. And we talk about giving up our power to entities next Friday. Love you all. Bye bye.